Good morning, students. In the continuation of the construction economics, today's topic is break-even analysis. So you may think, what is the break-even analysis? Actually, break-even analysis is like a on break point where you will start getting the profit after the break point. For example, if you're starting a business, you are selling some product. Okay, initially you will be spending a lot of money in that to establish that project. For example, restaurant. To open the restaurant, initially you have put a lot of money in that, and initially you are selling some food items to the people. So initially, the initial days you won't get any profit, but you'll get the loss only, because the money that you have put in, it won't come back that easily in a smaller days, less number of days. Next, after a certain period, you will be having a certain point. There won't be any loss also. There won't be any profit also. After that breaking point reached, you will get this profit. So this equation, this actual thing, we can use it as a formula. At what time I can achieve this break point, after how to achieve this break point to get the profit in minimum number of days. This is a mathematical calculations. That is what break even point. So actually in the break point, there won't be any loss, there won't be any profit. I'll give one example for this. So here in this example, I'll be running a restaurant, okay, called Big Chicken. It's a food joint, which is like a KFC, McDonald's kind of that outlet. So now for that outlet, how much cost I have to spend it on rent, machinery, salary to the people, electricity bill, water bill, transport, plate, fixed cost is this much amount. Next thing is variable cost. I should know about the variable cost. Some potatoes, chicken, tomatoes, oil, onions. This is a variable cost. Why I am telling this is variable cost? Because this price of these items will be changed according to the markets. Availability, demand, supply, like that. In this corona season, that COVID-19, all the prices little high, right? So like that, it's a variable cost now. So this is variable cost. So first thing is fixed cost and second thing is variable cost. Next, total variable cost for 30 days is this much, 4,33,500. So total cost is what? Variable cost plus fixed cost. So around 1 lakh it is. Okay. So if I want revenue from that product, how many number of things I need to sell it? How many quantity I should produce it and sell it? Okay. So total revenue is equal to price per the unit multiplied by the quantity. So quantity only I wanted now. So if I wanted the quantity, if I take the total revenue to be 50,000 per day, 50,000 divided by price per unit, one product, kind of one burger or something, 160 rupees. So 312 units I have to sell it. Okay, then only I'll get the revenue 50,000. Now we'll come back to this concept. What is break-even point? So break-even point is the mathematical expression that in that point there won't be any profit, there won't be any loss. So that is equal to total fixed cost divided by sale per unit product. Sale per unit of production. For example, one burger amount minus of the variable cost of the same per unit of the production. Okay. So for example, here selling price of the burger is 160 and amount of cost which is making for the clear burger is 50 rupees. So what is the break point? 5,159 units per month. That means in a month, if I produced 5,159 units, I won't be get any profit, I won't get any loss. Then what I should do? I have to make more than this per month and sell it. Then only I'll get the revenue. This is what the break-even point. So for example here, to reach the break-even point, they have to sell 5159 units per month, knowing that their daily products quantity produced should be is 312. So to find their contribution margin, which the extra sales of the month after reaching their break-even point. So to know in how many days they reach the break even, so divided by the break even point with the daily production 16 days. So within the 16 days, they'll get the break point. After 17 days, what will happen? They'll start getting the revenue, right? So that they have 14 days. They have 14 days of extra sales to know how many extra units they sell multiplied by the daily units of the sales. So this is considered as the margin of the units. Okay. So this is what break even point method. So in this, what are the important limitations is there? Okay. So break even analysis predicts when your business is going to give you the profit. That is what the point. So it's used to focus on the startup idea. It will give some project profitability and some new cost also we can just find out. But once again, I'll repeat. And this break-even analysis is really a theoretical one. It is not the actual one. There are so many researches related model being generated now. Because what happened is here there is some limitation is there. So we'll see that limitations. You'll come to know that. So break-even analysis is only a supply side, cost only analysis. So it is a fixed cost. It is okay. The cost is actual case. There is no fixed cost. So many margins will be there in that fixed cost. It is not a constant, but it is assuming that fixed cost is a constant. That is the problem in this, and it assumes average variable cost also constant per unit of the output with respect to one output. So what they were assuming, if for one volume, one output, the same price only you can assume, then only this break-even analysis is applicable. Same product in n number of volumes you can calculate. So that means variable cost per unit of the production cost is constant. That is also not in the real case. Each products will be a different cost only, right? It is variable. We cannot take it as a constant. That is why we cannot use it for this actual model. Okay. It is assumes the quantity of the goods produced is equal to the quantity of the goods sold. So there is no change in the quantity of good holds in the inventory in the beginning of the period and the quantity of goods held in the inventory at the end of the period. So this is the primary limitation of that. But what is the uses of that? It helpful in deciding the minimum quantity of the sales, helpful in determination of the tender price, it helpful in examining the effects upon the organization's profitability, helpful in sales price and quantity, helps in determining the marginal costs. Overall, it is helpful in deciding to get some certain vague idea. Okay, so that is what about break-even point. So once again, I'll repeat: break point means it's a point where there is no profit, there is no loss. Okay. So in simple manner, I told you about the big chicken restaurant. For example, if I have to make uh, um, if I'm making a laddu, okay, of rupees 5 rupees per product. So what is the break even point is? So break even point is fixed cost divided by selling price of the per unit minus variable cost. For example, if I put money of 10,000 in the particular restaurant, fixed cost divided by selling price of a laddu is 5 rupees, selling price and variable cost for making that laddu is 3 rupees. So how many laddu I should make it so that I will reach the break point? Fixed cost divided by 5 minus 3, that is 2, 5,000 units. If I make 5,000 units, I'll get the break even point. Beyond 5,000 units, what I am making in the laddus, I'll get the profit. This is what break even analysis point. So according to the university point of view, you should know what is meant by break even point, what is the limitations, what is the uses, and explanation of that, especially this graph you should explain to them. Okay. So fixed cost plus variable cost, it's going beyond, you will get the break even point. Beyond that, you will get the revenue. So this picture if you draw, that's more than enough for this question. Thank you.